What's going on, guys? JSGC here, and we are here for another Manchester City video. Today we're going to be doing a Manchester City transfer update, but before I do crack on with this update, make sure, like always, if you are enjoying the content, you want to help to support my channel, then do subscribe, press that red button, press the bell, and put your push notifications on. 25k subscribers is the aim, so any help towards that would be much appreciated. We'll be doing daily Manchester City transfer updates throughout all of the summer transfer window when that does open, so make sure you have subscribed for all the latest news, including all the latest on Erling Haaland. Social media links, they're in the description below and sliding across at the bottom of the screen if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter and Instagram. My email also in the description below too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorship for any videos or any general business inquiries. I'm actively looking for a sponsor for them. Daily Manchester City transfer updates in the summer transfer window. Like always, I'm expecting them to be as popular as ever. Also, don't forget as well to leave a thumbs up if you do enjoy this video. 300 likes is the like goal. And lastly, most importantly, let me know your thoughts in the comments below, as I'm always interested in what you do have to say with regards to these transfers. Without further ado though, let's crack on with this video. We're going to start off with some contract news, and we've got an update on Fernandinho. Now, Sports Witness, they say that Manchester City currently are working on Fernandinho's new contract, and belief from the club is that Fernandinho will be given another 1 year contract extension, which is great news for Fernandinho. Now, I just want to input a little bit of my opinion on this. Fernandinho is a cult legend at Manchester City. He has been nothing short of a phenomenal serviceman to Manchester City, and he has every right to decide when he wants to leave the club and when he wants to retire. And if he feels like he's still got another year in him, then it's nice that he'll have another year at Manchester City. We've had legends leave Manchester City to go on to other clubs and retire elsewhere. And yes, players do tend to go past their best. However, it's really nice to keep players that are of legend status at the club until it gets to a point where they no longer want to play. Sergio Aguero left Manchester City and just a few months later hung up his boots at Barcelona, of course, and that was all to do with the heart condition that he had and everything, which was extremely unfortunate for Sergio Aguero, and I feel very sorry for him. But it would have been really nice to have had Sergio Aguero retire at Manchester City. Pablo Zabaleta, he left Manchester City to go and play for another club, another legend. It'd have been good to have seen him retire at Manchester City. Vincent Kompany, legend, goes on to Anderlecht instead of Man City, saying to him, have a 1 year contract where you can be a coach at City and learn. And I want City to start going along the conveyor belt of producing these legends at Manchester City with roles at the club once they retire. There's no reason why we couldn't have had Vincent Kompany on our backroom staff. There's no reason why Sergio Aguero couldn't have a role at Manchester City right now. And I see it as Fernandinho. I see no reason why, if he wants to go into coaching, why he can't be a coach at Manchester City as well. The man paid for part of his own transfer fee to join Manchester City, so I really would like to see Fernandinho stay at Manchester City, and once he gets to a point that he wants to retire, then when that happens, City give him a role and he stays at Manchester City, no longer as a player, but is working in. We get to see our club legends progress into the next chapter in their career. That's just my thoughts. Do let me know your thoughts though in the comments below. Now, moving on to the outs, we've got a quick Kayky update. Now, Fanatik in Turkey, they say that Galatasaray, they want to sign Kayky on loan for the season next summer. Now, former Manchester City assistant manager Dominic Torrent, he is currently in charge at Galatasaray, and he is keen on signing Kayky. Now, to me, that means this would be a very good move for Kayky if he was to get the minutes under his belt and really develop his game. I think this would be an outstanding loan for him, and plus he'll be playing a similar style to what Manchester City play as well, with Torrent being in charge there. So I think this would be a really good move. Manchester City apparently are keen to loan Kayky out from next summer as well. It makes sense to me. Would like to know your thoughts though in the comments below. Now, moving on to the ins and moving on to the real juice of this video, an update on Erling Haaland. Now, Sports Witness, they say that Manchester City, they have presented their latest offer to Erling Haaland's camp, and City are now in contact with Haaland and his representatives. We've had further developments since then. Mundo Deportivo have continued to say that Real Madrid, they still see Manchester City as the favourites to sign Erling Haaland in the summer. Real Madrid's stance is very clear. They want Kylian Mbappe to help with their finances and managing the system. It would be ideal for Haaland to stay at Dortmund until 2023. Then they would pursue him. Whereas Manchester City want to jump the gun once that release clause becomes active, which is this summer. City want to swoop in. They say that Man City, they want to sign Haaland, and Manchester City will go out there to do everything they can to try and sign Erling Haaland this summer, with Manchester City apparently prepared to put everything on the table to persuade Haaland to come to City. Now, I have heard rumours about whopping wages. These haven't come from reliable sources, so I'm not going to report on that. However, what is being indicated by lots of different sources is that Manchester City are indeed in contact with Haaland's camp with regards to a potential summer transfer. Now, BILD, they say that City can afford the 75 million euros release clause, of course, and Manchester City apparently can afford Haaland's wages as well. Apparently, City want to present a 35 million euros per year contract to Erling Haaland, which is a massive wage, which probably would upset Manchester City's wage structure. It would mean that players like Kevin De Bruyne, like Raheem Sterling, etc., will want new contracts with an increase on their wage, which is where City need to be so careful. The way I would go about this instead is I would bring that wage down a little bit to fit into City's wage structure, which is normally around £200,000 to £300,000 per week when you first sign for City. City may need to make an exception here for Erling Haaland. I would put achievable, very favourable bonuses in there. Should Manchester City win the Champions League, Haaland gets this amount. Should Erling Haaland become the world's best player and go on to win the Ballon d'Or, then Erling Haaland gets this set amount, etc. That's how I'd try and make this transfer happen. It's a very complicated financial transfer to make happen, and I'm sure Manchester City will be doing everything they can to try and make it happen. But when will we get the decision? That's the question. Well, Goal, they say that Erling Haaland will decide on his future in March, which means we could get a decision on his future this month. Now, I presume it won't be a club that he's going to join, but I presume we are going to get a decision on Erling Haaland's future this month, where he was going to tell Dortmund that he's either going to stay there or he's going to leave. Once we get that is when things are really going to start gathering momentum, and like I said, Manchester City already trying to strike while the iron's hot, trying to get in there nice and early. Now, we've had some reliability put on this transfer from Fabrizio Romano via YouTube, saying that Txixi has already held meetings with Mino Raiola to discuss Erling Haaland, and that's just clarifying that what I reported on earlier with what Sports Witness said, with City have presented their offer to Erling Haaland's camp. It seems that that was true, and Manchester City's stance right now is that they are very serious about signing Erling Haaland this summer. Manchester City are maintaining their strong interest to bring in Haaland for the summer. Exciting. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Also, don't forget as well to leave a thumbs up if you do enjoy this video. Like goal, 300 likes, any help towards that would be much appreciated. Subscribe as well if you're new around here. Press that red button, press the bell, and put your push notifications on. I'm going to keep you up to date every single step of the way with this Erling Haaland transfer. So if you want to stay up to date with all the latest Erling Haaland transfer news to Manchester City and all the other Manchester City transfer news first and fast, then make sure you have subscribed with your notifications on. 25,000 subscribers, that's the aim. We're less than 700 subs now away from 23,000 subscribers. If we could hit that ASAP, that would be brilliant. Daily Manchester City transfer updates coming in the summer for you guys to enjoy. You don't want to miss a thing. Subscribe if you haven't already. Don't forget as well, social media links, they're in the description below and sliding across at the bottom of the screen if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter and Instagram. My email also in the description below too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business enquiries. and I'll see you all again very soon for the next Manchester City video. So I've been JSGC, thank you everyone for watching. I hope everyone is safe and well. Peace. Ciao for now.